Hi guys, welcome to Money by Sunny. In our always-on digital age, it's easy to get sucked into a cycle of buying and consuming. From new clothes to the latest gadgets, we can rack up expenses quickly without even realizing it. And with society constantly pressuring us to have the latest and greatest, it can be hard to break free from the consumer mindset. But what if there was a way to simplify your life and save money at the same time? Enter digital frugalism. Practicing digital frugalism means decluttering your digital life by getting rid of unused services, apps, and emails. It also means being thoughtful about the purchases you make and the time you spend online. By decluttering your digital life, you can free up space and mental energy for the things that matter. And by being mindful about your online purchases, you can save money, avoid unnecessary expenses, and be more productive. Let's get right into 8 great tips to get you going with digital frugalism. Number 8, unsubscribe from newsletters and mailing lists. Newsletters and mailing lists are a great way to stay up to date on the latest news and happenings, but they can also be a huge drain on your productivity. If you're constantly inundated with newsletters and other unwanted mailings, you'll know what we're talking about here. It's common to receive a dozen or even more emails and newsletters daily from sites you subscribed to in the past. That's a lot of time wasted checking and reading messages that might not be relevant to you. To improve your productivity, unsubscribe from any newsletters or mailing lists that you no longer need or that have become irrelevant over time. This will help to reduce the number of messages you receive each day and will allow you to focus only on the important ones. You can always resubscribe later if you find that you need them. Number 7, get rid of your cable or satellite subscription. If you're looking for ways to achieve digital frugality, then one of the most effective things you can do is get rid of your cable subscription. This may seem like a difficult task, but there are many alternatives to cable that can provide you with the same level of entertainment. One way to get rid of your cable subscription is to switch to a streaming service like Netflix or Hulu. These services allow you to watch TV shows and movies online, and they often have a much smaller monthly fee than cable. For example, Netflix only costs between $10 and $20 a month in the US, which is much cheaper than shelling out at least $50 for cable. And this can even exceed $100 depending on the channel package. Chances are you don't watch a big chunk of the channels on cable anyway, but you do end up paying for them. Another option is to purchase an antenna that lets you receive digital terrestrial TV, if that is available in your country. This device allows you to watch local TV stations for free and is pretty inexpensive to purchase. Number 6, ditch the landline. According to data from Statista, almost 2/3 of US households no longer have a landline and rely solely on a cell phone to stay connected. If you're still hesitant to ditch your landline phone service in favor of only using your cell phone, this stat should make you reconsider. There are clearly many benefits to making this switch. Firstly, and most obviously, you'll save money. The average landline typically costs around $40 a month, which is simply an unnecessary added expense, since your cell phone does everything a landline does and more. Second, you'll have more flexibility. You can take your cell phone with you wherever you go, so you'll always be able to stay connected. And if there's an emergency and you need to call for help, your cell phone is the best way to go. Finally, you'll have more features. Cell phones have many more features than landlines, such as voicemail, caller ID, and call waiting. You can even take advantage of Wi-Fi to do voice over IP calls, which can save on your data bills. Number 5, use free software instead of paid-for software. Using free software instead of paid-for software is another great way to reduce your expenses digitally. There are many quality, free programs available online that can do the same job as a paid program. For example, Inkscape can be used to create illustrations, and GIMP can be used for photo editing. Both are free programs that are equivalent to Adobe Illustrator and Photoshop. Paint.net is another great free software for image editing. And of course, the Google Docs suite of productivity programs is just as good as Microsoft Office, but is completely free. Finding free programs is as easy as doing a web search for the specific task that needs to be done and the word free. Alternatively, there are websites like the Free Software Foundation that compile lists of free software programs. Being frugal digitally can also mean making use of free online services instead of paid services. For example, services like Proton Mail offer encrypted email that is protected from spying by third parties. And for cloud storage, options like Google Drive, iCloud, and Dropbox all offer free storage with varying amounts of space. What has been your experience with free software? Any productive apps to recommend? Let us know in the comments. Number 4, use online-only services and goods. There are many online-only services that can help you save money. For example, by using digital banks instead of going to a traditional, physical bank, you can avoid fees and get better interest rates. Some of the best in the US include Quantic, Axos, and Ally Bank. There's also a good range available in Europe, such as N26 and Monzo in the UK. Digital books and magazines are another good option. These can be read on a variety of devices, such as phones, computers, and tablets. This means that you can carry a large number of books or magazines with you without taking up a lot of space, making this a versatile and convenient option. Additionally, many digital versions of books and magazines are available for free or for a lower price than the physical versions. This is simply because there are no printing or shipping costs associated with digital versions, which means that these savings can be passed on to the customer. Number 3, delete all social media apps from your phone. How often do you check your phone every day? Estimates vary according to the survey, but these range from 100 times a day to over 300 times a day. Out of these hundreds of daily screen checks, how many of them are for social media? Probably a lot, and that's not good. Social media can be a great way to stay connected with friends and family, but it can also be addictive and time-consuming. It's often a way to escape from reality and to find validation from others, which is not the healthiest way to live your life. If you're looking to break free from social media addiction, delete all of the social media apps from your phone. This can be a radical move, but it will help you to stay focused and spend more time living in the present. You can still use social media websites on your desktop or laptop, but having the apps on your phone just makes it too easy to mindlessly scroll through your newsfeed. All in, I'm sure we agree that it's better to live in the moment and to have real relationships with people, not ones that are based on a screen. Number 2, cancel all the unnecessary online subscriptions. How often do you mindlessly click on the subscribe button without really considering if you need the service? Probably more times than you'd like to admit. And if your credit card details are stored in your phone, it's so easy to end up clicking on that pay button and incurring monthly fees for a service which you barely even need. Well, it's time to cancel all of those unnecessary online subscriptions and free up some space in your budget. You don't need that expensive music streaming service when you have YouTube and radio stations. You don't need that pricey New York Times subscription when you can read other news articles for free online. And you don't need that paid game subscription when there are plenty of great, free game apps available. Not only will canceling these subscriptions save you money, but it will also free up some extra bandwidth and storage on your devices. So set aside some time today to review your existing subscriptions, and then say goodbye to the unnecessary ones. Number 1, use a fitness tracker instead of a personal trainer. A fitness tracker is a wearable device that monitors physical activity and heart rate. They are often used to track workouts, diet, and sleep. Fitness trackers will incur a one-off cost to buy, but they can be a great way to save money on your fitness needs in the long run. This is especially given how expensive personal trainers can be. Be prepared to pay hundreds of dollars a month for once-a-week sessions. In comparison, you can get a good fitness tracker for $100 to $300. Most fitness trackers, such as the popular ones from Fitbit and Apple, come with a companion app that provides detailed data on physical activity, heart rate, and sleep quality. The app also provides coaching and tips to help users achieve their fitness goals. Many fitness trackers also offer social media integrations that allow users to share their progress with friends and family. This can help to keep us honest with our scheduled workouts or daily steps, since we know that others are watching. There you have it. I'm sure this video will be super useful in slimming down your expenses and starting your digitally frugal lifestyle. If you like this video, please do subscribe and leave us a like or a comment. See you next time on Money by Sunny.